Chemical processes in the formation of ATP and the role of the mitochondria. On entry into the cells, glucose is subjected to enzymes in the cytoplasm that convert it into pyruvic acid, a process called glycolysis. A small amount of ADP is changed into ATP by energy released during this conversion, but this amount accounts for less than 5% of the overall energy metabolism of the cell. By far, the major portion of the ATP formed in the cell, about 95%, is formed in the mitochondria. The pyruvic acid derived from carbohydrates, fatty acids from lipids, and amino acids from proteins all are eventually converted into the compound acetyl CoA in the matrix of the mitochondrion. This substance in turn is further dissoluted for the purpose of extracting its energy by another series of enzymes in the mitochondrion matrix undergoing dissolution in a sequence of chemical reactions called the citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. In the citric acid cycle, acetyl CoA is split into component parts, hydrogen atoms and carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide diffuses out of the mitochondria and eventually out of the cell, and is finally excreted from the body through the lungs. The hydrogen atoms, conversely, are highly reactive, and they combine instantly with the oxygen that has also diffused into the mitochondria. This releases a tremendous amount of energy, which is used by the mitochondria to convert very large amounts of ADP to ATP. The processes of these reactions are complex, requiring the participation of large numbers of protein enzymes that are integral parts of the mitochondrial membranous shells that protrude into the mitochondrial matrix. The initial event is removal of an electron from the hydrogen atom, thus converting it to a hydrogen ion. The terminal event is movement of the hydrogen ions through large globular proteins called ATP synthase that protrude like knobs on the membranes of the mitochondrial shells. Finally, ATP synthesis is also an enzyme that uses the energy from the movement of the hydrogen ions to cause conversion of ADP to ATP, while at the same time the hydrogen ions combine with oxygen to form water. The newly formed ATP is transported out of the mitochondria into all parts of the cell, cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, where its energy is used to energize cell functions. This overall process for the formation of ATP is called the chemiosmotic mechanism of ATP formation.